I'm working with this 20 by 22 tag that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I believe I got this 75% off. It was in the clearance. It says USA. And I'm going to start by using our Wise Owl white primer. I'm using a Gen foam brush, and this is just going to cover any of the lettering on the panel. I'm going to start with my 1 hour enamel clear. And we're going to be using this tissue paper by Roy Cycle that's called Blue Winged Birds. You can find this at chalkitupfancy.com. And once I get a position, I'm going to flip up the paper, and I'm going to do this in sections. And I'm going to apply the 1 hour enamel clear at the bottom. I'm going to pull down the tissue paper. I'm going to grab some saran wrap as a barrier. And I'm going to use my brayer to roll out any of the wrinkles, and also make sure that my tissue paper makes contact with every portion of the board. The brayer can be found at chalkitupfancy.com along with the 1 hour enamel clear. And now I'm going to the top section. Now, as I placed my tissue paper down, I wanted both of the blue birds to be on my panel. So the top left corner of my board is missing a piece of tissue, and I'll show you how I fix that. But I just went over the same process as I did at the bottom with the top portion of my paper. And now I'm doing the little rim in the same fashion. Again, 1 hour enamel clear, laying the paper down, using the saran wrap as a barrier, using my brayer to lay down the paper. So I just cut off a little piece of the top left of my paper that is kind of overhanging, and I decoupaged it up in that left corner. So you're not even going to know that it was pieced together. And now I'm taking my final coat of the 1 hour enamel clear and applying it all over my board and setting it aside to dry. Once fully dried, I usually wait overnight. I'm taking a block of sandpaper. I'm removing any excess paper with a scissor, and I'm just going over that edge with the sandpaper, and it just cuts the tissue paper perfectly. It's like a little slice, and it just cleans all around the edges, and you have a perfect fit. I actually found this particular mesh stencil at Michael's, and it says family, sweet family, or bless our nest. I'm going to cut off bless our nest, place it on the panel, and I'm going to be using our Maker Studio black ink and my rubber applicator. Both can be found at chalkitupfancy.com. I'm applying the ink, just a wipe on, wipe off, just putting a little pressure to get through that screen. And then I'm going to go wash my stencil as soon as possible. Once my ink dried, I have this large mandala stencil that I picked up at Amazon. You can get similar ones at Michael's, and I'm going to be using our joint compound. It's a favorite medium of mine, and I'm just going to apply the joint compound along the stenciled area. And then I'm going to lift up my stencil, and you can see the design with the joint compound. I'm going to take some gold glitter while my joint compound is still wet. I'm going to sprinkle that all around. You could use any color you wanted. I actually wish I had some blue. I thought it would look pretty with the birds, or even in the rose color. And I'm just taking a chip brush and just very gently tapping to make sure that this attached to my joint compound. Shook off the extra glitter, and here you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, tissue paper transfer, or mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you.